It's time for Growing Hope, the show determined to grow up hearts open to pursue the extraordinary. Because you are extraordinary! And now, it's your host, Catherine Lang.
Hello there, and welcome to Growing Hope. I am your host, Catherine Lang, here to offer you a little bit of hope and inspiration, always with just a dash of twisted encouragement to keep things interesting. And we need more hope in our lives right now. Things are just a little bit crazy. When we face things that are chaotic and crazy and just out of whack, it can get dark fast. And when we have that darkness, it's hard to imagine that there's something else around the bend. There's something at the end of the tunnel, that there's an end to the tunnel. But hope makes it possible to see that. Hope makes it possible for us to take the next step and for us to keep going. So over the next few days, we're going to continue to talk about hope and how we can make hope a part of our lives. Yesterday, we talked about seeing hope and practicing the art of seeing hope. When you choose to see hope, then you will see hope no matter what the circumstances are. But you have to practice. You have to practice in the good times. So when those tough times, when those storms show up, seeing hope is your default position. Today, we're going to talk about how to avoid comparisons. Because when you compare yourself to someone else, to someone else's journey, then you are out of line with your journey. Your journey is unique, and you cannot compare what you're doing, the good stuff or the bad stuff, with anybody else, because nobody else is walking your walk. Nobody else is taking your journey. Your journey is unique to you. So you have to be focused on what you're doing and where you are. When you get in the habit of comparing to other people, then you miss the focus that you're supposed to have. You'll struggle to find hope in your life because you're too busy looking at the lives of everybody around you. This works for the bad and for the good. When you have something happen to you and it turns your world upside down, but then the person next to you suffered a worse loss or a more devastating situation to them, and even in your eyes it was more devastating, you have a tendency, or I did, and I still struggle to do this, I have a tendency to look at what they're going through and to think, why would anybody care about what I'm going through? And this whole anybody often includes God. We think, God, forgive me for even bothering. Look how rough they have it. But the truth is that my situation matters just as much as anybody else's. And my situation is just as important as anybody else. And that is where the hope lies. The hope lies in that there's no limitations to the peace and comfort and support that's offered to us. The only limitation is what we allow in. When we choose to think they deserve it more, then we limit the blessings that we are allowed to receive. Now, the blessings that we are granted are limitless, but when we compare, we put up a barrier that limits it. You are unique in all the world. When you find your way to totally embrace that uniqueness, from big hair to a big personality, to a unique location, to a unique language, whatever it is that is unique about you, when you embrace that, then within those uniquenesses, you will find tidbits of hope. And when you find those tidbits of hope and you hold on to those, then you begin, once again, to nurture them, care for them, and grow them up into a world of possibilities. Your uniqueness makes way for your hope. So your challenge today, our challenge today, is to go through, look at who you are. Look at all the uniquenesses that make up you. Look at your unique journey and begin to unlock the hope within. I am Catherine Lang, your host extraordinaire, and I would love to connect with you. Join me over at snarkyrainbows.com for usually daily inspiration and hope. And you can connect with me on all the social medias. I'm on Twitter as Catherine C. Lang, and I'm over at Facebook as Catherine C. Lang. Make sure you drop comments below. Let me know how you are unique in all the world. Be blessed and be a blessing.
Thank you for joining us for Growing Hope with Catherine Lang, where we are sharing hope, encouragement, and inspiration to do more. Visit www.catherinelang.com to invite Catherine to be part of your event or to share your own stories of possibility living. Until next time, remember that a seed of hope planted and nurtured will grow up into a world of possibilities.